day 2 of proactive ground services. We've got the gaffer's Jeep in. Lovely with the new Ford Ranger. So what we're doing today, we put 2 grill beacons in last time we were here. But today we're going to put hideaways in the back lights here. So one in this one in that one. We ordered a new beacon for the roof. So that's going to be going on the top there. And I'll show you the grill lights. We did the grill lights last time. So there's 2 there, but he does want the 2 up the top here as well. We'll have a quick look inside because these are lovely inside. What a dashboard, eh? So we've got the front panel off, Zach's just removed it. There's also 2 8mm bolts, one here, one to the other side, and the grill simply pulls out. It's so simple to do. We've got my Deutsch connector here, which we're just going to remove, and that's for the grill. That's it unplugged there, saving it from being hardwired, because like when you do jobs and you need to remove the grill or if anything happens, it's just so simple to do. Just needs to come to this corner, then to the bottoms and pull out. I know it's horrible pulling these, but you just have to. So that's the grill off there. We'll pull my connector through. It's not too tight. And that's one grill off. We can just take this apart and add some more burners to the top. And we're laughing, but that's the harness from last time. If you want to have a look how I did that. So we've got these LED burner lights to fit. These are from Beacons and Light Bars. Use code DEC-SPEC 5, get 5% off. But these are a 4 LED. So we're going to look into this and see what they're like. Screws. The packaging. That's one out there. 4-core wire off the back. I'll flip the grill round and I'll show you how I fit them because it's so simple. So if we go to each burner light, all I've done is, basically I'll show you in this one, drill the hole perfectly in the centre, the same to that one, and then you can make them sit back but sit flush in the solid, they go nowhere. I'll probably just pick the grill up by that. But that's how I've done the last ones, they've not moved and they're perfect, so we're looking good. All I need to do now is take these wires and join them into here somehow without shortening the wires too much, so I'm going to sort that out now. So that's them all together. What I've done is I've just got a wire here, so from the live to the yellow wire, all the yellow wires are joined so they're synced. If you put from the live to the yellow wire just with a piece like this and hold them for 3 seconds, resets all the lights, then they'll all sync, and then just hold it in the live and then give it a tap to the yellow wire every 1 second interval, and it'll change the flash pattern so you can choose what flash pattern you're on, and that's the setting there. I'm going to tape all this back up and then show you the end product. And that's all the wiring sorted. So that's the burners put in there. We'll just put 2 at the top. They look so much better together. So that's the 4 burners on. Looks so much better with 4. Looks mean as hell. So now we're on to the rear. We've got to take the rear lights out. 2 T30s. Trim tool on the top and bottom, and it'll pop straight out. This one I've already took out. It has a plug at the bottom. It's obviously for the DRL. Then you have the bulbs which just turn out. And then if you look at the rear lights, they're a cluster like that. So I'm going to have to drill my hole in the top of the side and get my hideaway put in there. So we've got these hideaway lights from Beacons and Light Bars. Beacons.Light-Bars.co.uk, use DEC-SPEC 5 for 5% off. Anyways, this is what goes into the light. I have a little control unit coming off it. You also have a plug here so you can just unplug it, so I'm going to unplug this and fit it. So I've decided that I'm going to put it in the top here. Just in a pilot hole there, and then I'll put a bigger hole in so it'll sit in there. I've already checked as well that it'll not hit anything under here. So I've got my hole drilled, I've got my hideaway light, push it in the top of there. You can see how tight I've got it. The hideaways are tapered as well, so that's the hideaway in there. And we are going to screw these, so I'm just showing you how good of a fit it is, and for the fitment obviously. They've got a seal on them, so the seal goes on the inside. Then you've got these self-tapper screws, but I will be piloting them, just a 1mm, then get them in and it'll be a much better fit. If you have a quick look there, you can see that it's a taper on the hideaway. So that is a fit there, and you can see how the seal's sunk around where I've screwed it in. We've got 3 screws at the top there, it's nice and secure. I'll just show what it's like. That is going nowhere. I don't even think it would have popped out, to be honest, without the screws in, like, but it's got to be done right. Perfect. So the wiring harness, what I've done is, I've got the original harness here, and I've just taped in the new bit of harness, which is going to go on the top. So then when you remove the lights, it's just another plug to take off. You won't be damaging anything when you need to replace a bulb, because they're just bulb lights, that's all they are. The little control box here is cable tied onto the harness, which is fixed there, and then the wires come out the bottom. I'll have to joint the other side so we can sync them up and then go to the front for the switch panel. So that's what it finally looks like. There's the hideaway, the wire through, we've got a plug connector there. Then we'll tie it into the main harness, come through here and then back. That's the light back in. Don't think there's any way of telling that it's in there. Oh, you can just see the top of it there. It just looks like part of the light, to be honest. You'll never ever see that. Hideaways are one of the best ways to put beacons in your car, van or truck. They are going in the Sprinter, so we'll get some more good updates as well on them. I'm going to try and get under now and show you some of the wiring, which is there, comes through from one side to the other side and then up there looped for the water to run off, and that's for the hideaways, and we'll come along the chassis. And then out to here. You can see the wire that's coming through the floor. Now before I show them lit up, we'll get the beacon mounted on the top of the roof and figure out where we're going to put the wiring. So I've placed the beacon on there, that's where I want it. I've measured it from the roof, from the windscreen back and from the sides. So it's looking good there. I did have a bit further forward, but it was tilting forward with the roof, it didn't look as good. So I'll show as well, I've marked it up already. So all I've done is put it on, measure it from here to the windscreen, then from side to side. And there's me marking holes, which I've done with a Sharpie. I'll centre pop them, drill them, riv nut them, and we'll put this in. That's the roof drilled out and riv nutted, so there's a thread inside of there now. We've got the hole for the beacon wire, and we've got the other side done as well. That's the beacon fitted. You can see it's on them seals, so you can see my grommet under there as well.
You untouch them. You untouch them and you squeeze the ring.
They look good. So that's my harness before, off that switch. But we need to add this one and this one for the rears. So that's the wiring through, and they're all connected inside of here. We've got my normal terminals on there at the switch. That's the hazards off. All onto the single switch. And that's how it looks with them off, and I think it just suits the 4 being on there. The slimline beacon on the roof as well, make it look so neat. Beacons and light bars are Cody UK.